sometimes we're just underlining, Junior, we're underlining details that may not be important. And the reason that it's important to work on this scale is because if you underline minor or not so important details, then you don't actually understand the story. You're missing really important parts of the story, and so that's why we're going to work on this teaching point, okay? All right, so I'm going to model what that looks like, and then we're going to practice together. All right, so just a reminder, I'm going to pull out the most important detail by figuring out the problem and then the solution. Here we go, finger to the word. Waiting on a new game. It was summer. The days were long and hot. Toby had nothing to do. All his friends were off at camp. Toby had to stay home. His mother needed him to help care for his little sister. Toby spent most of his time at home watching television. I'm going to pause here. If our teaching point right now is to pick the most important detail by looking at the problem or a solution, usually what happens in a story is the problem starts off first and the solution comes later. So I can actually look at this first paragraph and figure out, what's the problem here that might be an important detail? So I'm looking, going through it again. Give me a thumbs up if you think that you may have found a detail that's important that even tells us the problem. Looking through that first paragraph. It was summer. That doesn't sound like an important detail. Plus, if I'm trying to figure out what the problem is, figure out the important detail. Okay, it looks like I found it. Toby had nothing to do. All his friends were off at camp. Oh, I'm hearing some snapping. Were you thinking that too? That would have been a really important detail to pull out. And I figured that out by figuring out the problem. Now we're going to keep reading. This time, because I knew the problem, we're going to work on figuring out an important detail based on the solution. So let's pay attention. Here we go. One sunny afternoon, finger to the word. Next paragraph. One sunny afternoon, waiting on Junior, his mother told him to go outside and play. For a while, Toby sat all alone on the front steps of his apartment building. Then he felt a tap on his shoulder. It was Mr. Blumberg. Mr. Blumberg lived upstairs. He was on his way to play chess in the park. Mr. Blumberg did this every day. He asked Toby if he wanted to learn the game. Toby often watched Mr. Blumberg and his friends play chess. Toby had never thought of asking if he could join them. Toby said he would love to learn. Daniel, posture. Mr. Blumberg and Toby walked together to the park. Toby met all of Mr. Blumberg's friends. Then Toby sat down. He was excited. He really wanted to learn this new game. Now we're thinking about what's the most important detail here. We figured out the problem. Think through what you think the most important detail is based on what the solution is. When you figured out what the most important detail is from what we read, from those last paragraphs, give a silent thumbs up. Everyone else, you have 2 more minutes of reading. Make the best of it. Kenyelle, posture. When we sit up, we keep ourselves awake and alert.
Rakim, let Daniel focus. You're reading together? Wait, read it in your head.
Silent thumbs up when you figured out what you think is an important detail. Okay, we're going to try Junior.
If I invited him to play me game.
Why is that an important detail?
He was lonely. He was like, he had nothing to do. And then he
Bring it right back to this teaching point. How do we figure out what an important detail is? What does everyone else think? Junior, pick someone else to continue building on.
Well, I think I agree with him with the detail of how Mr. Blumberg invited him to play chess. Since he would be lonely and bored. repeat the question again?
Sure, so what is the most important detail and how were you able to figure it out?
How I figured it out was,
Do you want to? Up to you, Kevin. You can pick on a friend to help you out too. So we're thinking about the most important detail of what we read and how we were able to figure that out. Junior said that he discovered a new game. How were we able to figure out that that was the most important detail? Vanessa? Good engagement from the two of you. Let's hear from the lady. So Junior and Kevin agreed that an important detail to really focus on was that he discovered this new game. How do we know that was an important detail? How did we as a reader figure that out?
We figured that out by he was lonely in this. He was lonely because all of his friends went to camp and Mr. Bird asked him to play chess with him because he was lonely.
Alex?
He had nothing to do because he stayed home.
And why was that an important detail? How did we know that was an important detail? I see Alex looking back at the teaching point. That might help you. When we pull out important details, we figure out what the problem and the solution is. How did we know that him finding a new game was an important detail? Junior, can't hear you with your hand and you flop in your mouth. Okay, start clearing your desks. Go ahead, Junior. We just have.
In the beginning, he was lonely and he had nothing to do.
So, as a reader, we were able to identify the problem, that he was lonely, and that was an important detail, and then the solution, that he made a friend and he discovered a new game. Okay? We're going to have to continue this a little later so I can really hear you read it and underline important details. Okay?